could this be? The biggest comeback story of all time. A Pokemon so overshadowed by its counterpart just last gen, now not only usable, but pretty freaking good. Let's find out just how good is Zamazenta in Regulation G. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's hop into some battles here, shall we? Going up against Nate here. Nate's rocking a Sun team with Groudon. They got the Walking Wake over there. That's cool. I wouldn't expect to see Metagross on a Sun team, but yeah, why not? And it's all made scarier by the fact that we're going to see support for Metagross and Groudon with that Chen-Pao. I can make things a little bit weaker, especially with Ting-Lu. Ting-Lu also isn't, well... The biggest thing is that I have Pelipper on my team. This is not a rain team, but Pelipper is just such a nice utility Pokemon in Regulation G. What are we? G? For the fact that it can reset weather and wide guard. And every restricted Pokemon signature move is basically a spread move. If you've been watching my channel, you know that. I've been abusing the hell out of it. My instinct is to lead with you. We're going to bring the... Yeah, I'll lead with you. I'm going to bring Ting-Lu, I'm going to bring Pelipper, and I'm going to bring Rillaboom. Rillaboom may be a little bit of a weird pick here. But I want fake out support in some way. And we know that Rillaboom can switch in on a... Like, both Pelipper and Rillaboom can switch in on ground moves, so I was kind of thinking that might be a nice thing. They're going to lead with these guys. Actually, there's not a I'm not so scared for... I'm not so scared for Zamazenta here. Zamazenta's in not a bad spot. Sacred Sword's a little bit annoying. I kind of feel like I could just Tera Ghost to avoid a potential Sacred Sword and Iron Defense. I think I might go for it. And we will just get Pelipper in here. Yeah, I'll try to get a Tailwind maybe. Incin comes out here. Okay. But it's not Groudon. I was kind of hoping that'd be Groudon, because then that switch would be perfect. We also just learned that their Metagross is slower than my Ting-Lu, which feels crazy. My Pelipper is Covert Cloak. Ooh, the Stellar Tera. Okay. But do you have Tera Blast? If they went for Ting-Lu here, that feels like a crazy call, because Zamazenta is such a threat, and if you have Sacred Sword, go for it. But maybe the Intimidate was sort of the way that they were hoping to cover. No, they did go for the Sacred Sword. Okay. Amazing. Amazing how that worked out there. I'm really happy with my read. Neither of my Pokemon can be faked out here. That feels great. I can just body press you. I mean, is Sucker Punch scary? Yeah, but I have the 3 defense boosts now. And I'll just go for a Tailwind. Groudon could arrive at any point. I'd love to keep Pelipper around. They're going to fake out Pelipper. Pelipper's holding a Covert Cloak, so I'm not going to care about that. Here comes the Sucker Punch. In the grand scheme of things, that's very little considering how much that could have done. And there's the T-dub. Alright. I'm not actually threatened with Pelipper yet. I'm kind of feeling like Body Press into this slot is free. And I can Hurricane or Hydro Pump. Now, if I think that the Groudon's coming in here, Hurricane's 100% accurate right now, but it won't be the second Groudon comes in. So I might just Hydro Pump into this slot. Chien-Pao's going to leave us. Here comes Fluttermane. I wouldn't mind getting a Hydro Pump into Fluttermane's face right now. We see the booster. Boosting speed. Just eliminating Incin. You can intimidate me all you want, but I'm using my defense stat with that body press. We land the Hydro Pump in the rain, and it's only okay. It's only an okay amount of damage. Is there a way that I can find out if Zamazenta might outspeed here? Let's try and pull up a damage calc. So we got Zamazenta. We do have Tailwind, right? Okay, so I'm at 418, whereas Fluttermane is at... You get a +2 boost. Is it 410? I should outspeed right now. So we're going to Behemoth Bash you. I'm going to switch out Pelipper. I don't need it right now. And in fact, I can bring in Tinglu just in case they do outspeed me. But I believe under based on what I just calced super quickly, threw that together. Zamazenta should outspeed under Tailwind, even if they have the +2 boost from... Yep. See a Fluttermane. And they go for a Psychic Fangs Tinglu. Love when you get an unintentional perfect switch. This is not even why I brought Tinglu out. Okay. We just got to... Well, I guess I can body press you. And I will Stomping Tantrum into you. Battle was canceled. Demoralized. We didn't even see the Groudon come out. We just made a bunch of amazing plays. I don't want to say amazing plays. Like, I'm sure that it was like we landed on the right side of the coin flip in many of those switches there in a way that I think ultimately... I also think that we had the better lead, 100%. My lead against their lead was like, okay... Like, if they didn't lead fully ready for Zamazenta and I didn't go for Ghost Tera turn 1, my opponent could have been in that game much earlier, but I think that I just had enough momentum from those first... Just from the lead and turn 1 that there was no bringing it back, I guess. Would have loved to see what the Groudon could have done. Obviously, that would have been better content as well, but can't complain. Hey, first ranked ladder battle. Not bad. Good game with my opponent. All right, it is a Terapagos team, but... When I'm using Terapagos, the Pokemon that I hate going up against the most, or that I hated going up against the most, was maybe Zamazenta. Zamazenta has a pretty good matchup against, against a lot of things on this team, actually. And Pelipper is perfect for this matchup for the fact that their answer to Zamazenta, well, actually, they do have that Urshifu. Urshifu can be annoying for Zamazenta. And as we saw in the last match, Chien-Pao, if you get the read right, with Sacred Sword can be very good. That's why Ghost Tera was so important to me. Yeah, okay. So they do have some things that can answer me, but I do feel like Rain and Wide Guard is the play. So I kind of want to lead you and you. Out of the gate, I can get a Tailwind if I think that I need it against the Chien-Pao or something. I can protect Tailwind if I need. I do feel like Rillaboom's good here just for the fact that I want something that can switch into a Water Urshifu, as I assume that is. And if I get the Tailwind, then Fluttermane's good. I also don't hate Tinglu here. I kind of want to flex the Tinglu. Tinglu was the first Pokemon I added to this team after Zamazenta. I was like, you know what, man? Tinglu started creeping up in the usage at some point in Regulation F, and it was like, oh, people were sort of realizing, like, Tinglu's actually not that bad. And then when Regulation G came along, and we're looking at, like, Miraidon, Kyogre's not as great as, it was last gen, but Kyogre was obviously still an issue when you were looking at team building for this regulation. And then something like Terapagos, it's like, well, we would love to reduce the special attacks on the field. If we could do that, that'd be great. I'm hoping they fake out Pelipper and maybe just go for like a close combat or a wicked blow into Zamazenta. At that point, I'd love to have one iron defense. Wicked blow will crit through that, but close combat, I don't want to ghost Tera, right? So let's just get the Tailwind. They detect. Perfect. That is perfect. They did not fake out, which means they might just be wood hammering. Oh, hello? A cool little tech. Drum beating. Dropping my speed stat. That is Rillaboom's... That is technically Rillaboom's signature move, right? I don't think any other Pokemon get it. Besides the Rillaboom line. Now I can just body press into you and Hurricane into you, though I should still be faster. But yeah, the Grassy Glide is what Rillaboom's known for, but it's not the only Pokemon that gets Grassy Glide. Drum Beating is like a weird signature move that like Rillaboom gets super early. Body Press, they are Focus Sash. That's scary for whether or not Pelipper's going to live this here. And they just decide to drop Pelipper. Can't say I blame them. I get it. But not awesome for... I mean, I got an iron defense, right? Zamazenta is still a huge problem for Terapagos. Wherever that thing is. I'm just going to go into Rillaboom. Okay. They're probably going to detect. But I really just think that I body press into you, and I just Grassy Glide into you. I could also U-turn. I'm actually going to U-turn off of you. Just in case you want to get cute. If you detect, then it won't happen, right? But if they didn't detect, then I could U-turn and reset the fake out, and I think that would just give me a little bit more momentum there. But it's totally fine that they didn't. Rillaboom, obviously, another nice addition to just the... Like one, it was Tinglu was first, and then Rillaboom was pretty soon after as well, just for the fact that having that nice HP recovery is not a bad thing. Definitely a welcome. I'm going to protect there, actually, and I'm going to U-turn you. I feel like they're going for a fire move here. We have the rain still. And if I can get Tinglu in, that's the Pokemon I want in. They just protect you. Okay, cool. Cool. They Sucker Punch Rillaboom. Okay. Fair enough. And we should be in a situation now where it's two special attackers with a Tinglu on the field. Yeah. And I could even Tera Ghost just so I'm not weak to fire. I don't know how many turns of rain we have left. They haven't Terra'd yet either. I assume they're saving it for Terapagos. We lost Tailwind, and I'm at -1 speed. I gotta keep that in mind. There she blows. One more turn of Grassy Train, one more turn of Rain. Cool. Almost wondering... Oh, I can't do it again. I don't need to do it again. I think I just body press you. I could stomping into this thing. It just protected, so I want to do it. Oh, should I have Terra'd? We have one turn of Rain left. Maybe let's not Tera and let's just see what they do. Feeling really good about my Tinglu bring, and I'm really glad that we were able to get rid of its main threats before it had to see the field, right? They did Tera the Iron Moth, which means that they're not going to Tera their Tropicos. They Fiery Dance in the rain, doing very little to Zamazenta. Zamazenta kind of ate that up. But they're going to boost their special attack stat now. Here's the bigger thing, too, by the way. Ooh, Meteor Beam. That's cool. We now are not, we're neutral with a body press into the Iron Moth. That did very little. Let's see how much body press does through the Tera shell. Pretty good amount. Another one probably kills, if I'm honest. No more rain. So, I think now I can just Ghost Tera so that I'm not weak to Fiery Dance now that we no longer have the rain. I just body press into you, and I'm just going to start snarling. Snarl, like, would be enough if I was my opponent and I saw Snarl with this board state. And really, like, what is their answer to Ting Lu right now? Like, even if we lost Zamazenta, Ting Lu is massive for this end game. And they already burned their Tera on the Iron Moth, so we know they're not going to be, you know, getting spread moves into my Pokemon with Terapagos at +1. In fact, the Tera Starstorm is just a normal type move if you don't Tera. If I was my opponent with this board state, and I saw Snarl come out, even if we didn't get that KO, I'd end it. Because I really think that it just sort of wins the game for us. Look at this. Zamazenta coming up huge. I'm immediately forgetting the battle we just had, but was Zamazenta also the lead there and stayed in the whole game? I think so. It's like Zamazenta is going to do one of two things for you. It's either going to set up itself and do amazing things offensively, or it's just going to be the world's biggest smokescreen for whatever Pokemon you have next to you, setting up Tailwind, you know, hitting Snarl, like just supporting the team, or like if you get Fluttermane next to Zamazenta, which I don't think that we did in the previous game, maybe I'm wrong, then Fluttermane's like, those two are just lightning rods for each other. Your opponent really has to decide which one they're going to go for. Good game to my opponent. All right, getting a third battle here. You know, I've been doing only 2 battles per video. It's been more expedient for me as a, like, from an editing standpoint and from a recording standpoint, but getting the first 2 dubs pretty quickly with Zamazenta makes me feel like I want to get one more. And you know, the ranked ladder just went live, so I'm actually enjoying sitting here with the just testing out these teams, seeing what people are running. It's not like a slot. When you're trying to find battles on the casual ladder for videos, and you just see a person using a different rule set or whatever, and you're just like, man, I either have to put this in the video or I have to sit here and play this battle. I have other things that I have to do in my adult life. Okay. All that to say, third battle, congratulations. I'm making no promises moving forward. Rain is going to be happening no matter what. I really like Ting Lu for the fact that they cannot Electroshot into Ting Lu. So that feels nice. Let's bring you I'm going to lead with Pelipper. And we can go with you and with you. I think that's the play. This game's a little bit different. I feel like at the end of that last game, I was sort of talking about how Zamazenta, even if it doesn't end up being the one that does things offensively, it's distracting from whatever Pokemon you have next to you. In this game, I kind of feel like Zamazenta has to be the one to deal with Archaludon. If they bring the Archaludon, it's got to be Zamazenta. Okay, so they can't fake out Pelipper here. But I think I have to wide guard. Question is, can I get an Iron Defense up? I kind of feel like maybe. If we Iron Defense and Wide Guard, let's try it. They go for like a Hydro Pump or something, reading the Wide Guard. That would be nuts. But they might think that I want to set Tailwind here. First turn. So I'm hoping we see a fake out into my Covert Cloak Pelipper. And we just get a free Iron Defense. Feels like we're playing chicken right here. Awesome. Okay. They did try and fake out the Wide Guard. It's not going to happen. Let's see if they went for the right move, though. We see that I'm faster than the Kyogre, so we're not going to see any Choice Scarf shenanigans. They do just Hydro Pump. That is wild. But they Hydro Pump the Pelipper. Huh. Huh. I just body pressed into this slot. Pelipper doesn't need to be here anymore. I think I might want to save it. Yeah. Since we know that since I know that I'm faster than the Kyogre, like the worst thing that could happen here is if Rillaboom hard switches, their Rillaboom hard switches out, they get the Tornadus in here. And then I'm in a situation where I'm like, oh, I don't have my Pelipper. And they're going to get Prankster Tailwind. They just switch out you. That makes sense. Who am I going to body press into Oblivion here, though? It's going to be the Torn. Yeah, Torn will take it better than other things, but this is a +3 body press. This is still going to do a lot of damage. And the Rillaboom can do next to nothing to my Zamazenta. All right. So, I now just Behemoth Bash you, and I'm going to U-turn off of the Rillaboom. If they want to get Kyogre into that slot, so be it, but I need to have Wide Guard on the field. And that's why it feels like U-turn is such an important... They U-turn off of me first. That's fine. They probably were hoping they were slower, so they could get Kaio in for free with full HP. But now they got to make a decision. Ooh, okay. I'm actually not mad that the Torn didn't die there. Because the perfect Pokemon to come out now is the Tinglu. Is another Iron Defense a little greedy? I think it might be. But I also might need it for the Archaludon. Did the Archaludon not get a defense boost? Oh, that thing is not stamina. Interesting. So I probably can just body press it unless they Tera, which is totally possible. I'll just snarl with you. It's a good play. It's a good play. We go for the Snarl. If I don't kill the Torn, I do kill the Torn. I kind of didn't want to kill the Torn because now they get a free switch into Rillaboom or whoever the heck they want, who will prove to be a bigger problem than Torn was right there. They do just bring the Kaio out. They now know that the Kaio is faster. Honestly, Scary Face is kind of a cool play. Now I can protect Zamazenta for one turn. I could bring Rillaboom in. Rillaboom might die. Or I could just let Tinglu die. I kind of don't hate that as an option. I could Tera so I'm not weak. I don't think I need to do that. How many turns of Tailwind are left? Just 2. I'm just going to Snarl from here. If Tinglu dies, Tinglu dies. Both of the Pokemon in the back are doing things that I would rather have here. What movie is that? If he dies, he dies. They go for the water spout. Tinglu actually doesn't die to that. Crazy. They go for Electro Shot, and they're not going to get it because... Wow. Tinglu lived that. Can we talk about that? What just happened? Oh my god, something avoided the snarl. That's annoying. No more rain, too. Honestly, massive turn. Massive turn. I'm so not scared of the... Like, our Chaladon now is going to take 2 turns to charge up and stuff. Like, no more grassy terrain, too. They don't have body press, so, like, Ghost Tera doesn't feel like I even need to burn my Tera there. I feel like I can body press the Kaio. Kaio's going to want to switch. Our Chaladon I'm nervous about protecting, so I'm nervous about dedicating a move into that slot. I think I am going to body press into this slot, actually. And I'm still kind of cool with Tinglu dying, in case you want to just follow through on that. They Tera. If they Tera Fairy, I'll be sad. Okay, it is the Archaladon. Okay. Oh. They know it's going to take a whole other turn to charge an Electro Shot, right? Water Spout full HP is still going to get rid of Tinglu. What move are they going for here that even is super effective against? They are going to charge an Electro Shot. Okay. More power to you, my friend. Oh, they have a power herb on it, even though it's a full rain team. This has to be the only time that has ever come into play for them. If I'm looking at this team, like from I'm looking at the Poke Paste of this team, I'm like, well, you don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Electric Tera and the power, like, you don't need that. Boy, did it come in handy right there. Oh, God. Frustration Station. I still have my Teras is the thing. I could just Grassy Glide this spot. Tera Steel. I'm not even Tera. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They protect the Kaio. But it's not going to happen. What calendar event did I get? Oh, take out the recycling. Great. My opponent's taking out the trash right now, so... I'm going to target down this thing. I think I have to wide guard. Or do I just double in? Maybe I just double in. If they don't kill the Rillaboom, which I am Assault Vest, and I'm able to outspeed here with my Tailwind, maybe I could get rid of the Archaladon this turn. That's a lot of damage. That was a crit. Oh my god, they're sturdy. They're not even like stalwart or whatever. Oh my god, and we're going to miss the Hydro Pump. We don't even get to find out. Oh, and the Kaio attacked the Pelipper. Pelipper doesn't even die. And they hit the Draco. I think there's an end game where we win this game. If I hit that Hydro Pump, which I did need to click Hydro Pump there because we crit on the Woodhammer, so I would have needed the damage up. Like, I couldn't have just Hurricaned for full accuracy. We know that they have the Rillaboom in the back, right? Rillaboom comes out next, and if I were to able to, like, Pelipper would be sitting at 1 HP, and, oh, well, I guess even at 1 HP, I can't avoid Fake Out killing me with a Covert Cloak, right? I feel like there was something that could have happened, because I could have Grassy Glid the Kyogre to deal massive damage, and I could have Hurricaned into the Rillaboom, and unless they were dedicating their priority move to the Pelipper slot, then... which they might have had to dedicate the Fake Out to Rillaboom. Well, no, because then I would have outsped that because I have Tailwind up, right? I think my opponent probably still had it, but it would have been great if the Hurricane had hit there because I'm not sure that I would have lost that game. It was a really cool game regardless, right? Like, we saw so much weird stuff happen, and my opponent, like, just, I mean, if you're making a video on this team, my friend, that is the perfect one to upload. Because every single little trick that you put into that team, the Scary Face came into play, the Power Herb, Electric Tera came into play, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. It would have been cool to play it out with having hit the Hydro Pump there, but, you know. Happy to lose to a cool team. Good game to my opponent. And that is going to be it for this video. If you want to use this team for yourself, rental code, full team breakdown, PokePaste, always in the description. Do join me for a Tuesday night stream, sometime 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Tuesday, I'm going to be going on the ranked ladder, trying to climb as high as I can, just because the ranked ladder just went live. Normally, though, I am battling against the chat, so do come by if you want to battle against me, or if you just want to see me, you know, try and get as high as I can in Regulation G. That's what's going to be happening this upcoming Tuesday. And go check out my other Regulation G teams. I have a lot of fun teams. They are hovering around my face probably right now or soon. Click on one of those. Get the rental codes while they're hot.